Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the journey. I'm coming back at you with another video today, just a little training update for you. Obviously, I'm doing things a little bit differently because of this pandemic that we're in at the minute. Normally I'd be making a proper sort of training video for you, but it's just not really possible to get outdoors and film like I was. So I'm just sort of coming at you with a little training update really. What are we now, like 4 weeks into this? I feel like last week, the week just gone, is probably my best week of training since we've been in this lockdown. To begin with, my body, my legs in particular, were struggling to cope with 6 sessions a week on the feet. Obviously normally I do sort of a few swims, like 2 or 3 swims a week, which would help the body recover, as well as keeping the fitness up on the swimming. But the first couple of weeks I was doing basically 6 days a week. Well, every week since we've been in lockdown I've been doing 6 sessions a week, obviously either cycling or running and rotating them. So doing one day off, and then one day run, one day bike, and building that up. And the goal is to get all of the cycles up to about 2 hours in length each, and with maybe one slightly longer than that, depending on what the government says about the longer rides. I'm still a little bit cautious about going out for sort of 2.5 to 3 hours, because we just don't know what they're going to say, and I don't want to abuse the rules and the slight bit of freedom that they've given us at the moment. So the goal is to do that, as well as building the running up. I've got 15 weeks now until the half Ironman, which I'm planning as if it's going to go ahead. Who knows if it will or not? Well, nobody knows, and we just have to keep doing what we can. And had a little chat with my coach last week about, I was just feeling a little bit like, why am I putting the pressure on myself to train like this, as if the race is going ahead when it may not. And really, the end goal for me is the Ironman, not the half Ironman. So I was quite happy to sort of pull out of the half Ironman and to just sort of keep training through this. But we are going to keep training for the half Ironman as if it is going to go ahead, and hopefully it does. But if not, then I need to be in a level of fitness that can get me around a half Ironman by August, really, to be on track for next year. So that is still the plan, to just keep building up as we are. So there's 15 weeks now. The cycling is coming along really well. If I can get that up to sort of 2 rides of around 2 hours and then one a bit longer, then that's going to be a really good level of fitness for me. And then I just need to get up to about 50 odd miles. I'm up to about 28 I've done, 27, something like that. I've done as my longest, so I need to build on that. But on Saturday I fitted a new saddle to my bike, which worked a treat yesterday. But at the same time at the same time as putting the new saddle on, I slightly lowered the saddle, because the saddle is thicker and I lowered it too much, which was then putting more of my weight onto the handlebars, which was then making my shoulders and arms absolutely ache. So I did about 1 hour and 20 minutes or so yesterday, which I intended to do about 2.5 hours. But it would have been silly for me to keep going when my arms were killing. I should have took an Allen key and I would have been able to adjust it. But it's not the end of the world. I know that my cycling's in a decent enough place, and now that I've sorted that out, and I'm going to test that out over the next few days on the couple of rides I've got coming up, to make sure that it's back to where it was in terms of the weight distribution, and making sure that my arms aren't absolutely killing me. And when I've got that sorted, I'm going to be in a really good place for my cycling, because I'll be able to be more comfortable on the saddle, which is the only thing I've struggled with over the last couple of weeks on the longer rides. The legs feel absolutely fine later in the ride, and I don't ache too much in my legs or anything. So it's coming along nicely, and I'm pretty sure that I can get that up to 2.5 to 3 hour rides now, which will take me up close to 40 miles, I imagine, which would be great. That's something to work on over the next few weeks, assuming that we're still allowed to keep training outdoors. Running is coming along nicely. I feel like I can do an hour's run now fairly comfortably, which is about 5 miles. So I need to get that up to 7 or 8 miles over the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks, and then build that up to getting it up to 10 plus miles. You know, we are obviously aiming to get to a level of fitness which is a get round half Ironman sort of fitness. I don't expect I'm going to be coming in a million miles ahead of the cut-off times, but as long as I'm comfortably inside of the cut-off times, I won't mind. It literally is just a case of getting round and finishing. I think you get 9 hours for a half Ironman, I think, which I'm sure I can do. I'm sure of that. I'm hoping that I'm going to get myself to a level of fitness where I can get the bike done in 4 hours, maybe 4:15, and then the run might be sort of 2:45, something like that, 7 hours. So and then the swim, 45 minutes maybe, with a bit of, maybe 8 hours. That'd be a good target for me, I think, to get in under 8 hours. We'll see if I can do that. But yeah, basically, guys, I just wanted to give you a little training update and keeping you guys in the loop with what I'm doing. I hope that you're all doing well and looking after yourselves and looking after our NHS and doing everything that we should be. And yeah, I hope you guys keep up with your training and keep going and keep your head up, basically. And that's all we can do, really. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. I'll be back next Monday with another training update for you. And yeah, you guys have a good week. See you next week.